According to Henry Kissinger, the various political and economic crises currently conflicting the world offer President-elect Barack Obama an opportunity to create a new world order. That's what the former Secretary of State told CNBC's Mark Haines in a January 5 interview from the busy floor of the New York Stock Exchange. What do you think the most important thing is for Barack Obama? Haines asked. If you had to say, this is going to be the country, or the conflict, or the place that will define the Obama administration, what would it be? Kissinger replied. The president-elect is coming into office at a moment when there are upheavals in many parts of the world simultaneously. You have India-Pakistan. You have, a jihadist movement. But, continued Kissinger, he can give new impetus to American foreign policy. I think that his task will be to develop an overall strategy for America in this period, when really a new world order can be created. It's a great opportunity. It isn't such a crisis. Haines did not ask Dr. Kissinger to explain what he meant by creating a new world order, nor did he or any of his colleagues in the major U.S. media report on the fact that Kissinger was present at the New York Stock Exchange that morning to celebrate a key milestone in the planned move toward the same new world order. To find out why the gravely voiced eminence grise of the American establishment was visiting the Wall Street hub of world capitalism, one had to turn, paradoxically, to the media mouthpieces of Communist China. Beijing's Xinhua news agency, for instance, reported that Kissinger was there as the honored guest of the National Committee on U.S.-China Relations for a ceremony marking the 30th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between the United States and China. Dr. Kissinger, of course, was the key figure in that sea change event, engaging in clandestine trips to Beijing for President Richard Nixon, as well as for his mentor, David Rockefeller, then president of the Chase Manhattan Bank as well as chairman of the powerful Council on Foreign Relations and Trilateral Commission. At that time, if anyone had told me that I would celebrate an event about the People's Republic of China on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, I would think that could be inconceivable, Kissinger told the National Committee on U.S.-China Relations event attendees. The Xinhua story reported. According to the renowned strategist, the world has entered an era in which leaders must keep an eye on the opportunities they have for cooperation. They should realize that they for the first time in the history can deal with issues on global basis, and not just on their national basis, so this is a great opportunity for them, he explained. For example, he said, the United States and China now have a common opportunity because the international economic system has to be rebuilt, and it cannot be done unless the United States and China agree on the agenda of direction. There were so many political crises in the world, which require cooperation, and I believe this really can be a beginning of a new era of our relationship, he added. The world also has many other problems that are more subtle, more complicated and less direct, and they require U.S.-China cooperation in many ways, Kissinger noted. What is needed is a continued development by both leaderships of methods of cooperating and solving the world's problems, he stressed. What Mr. Kissinger is describing here in somewhat veiled terms is something he and his confreres at the Council on Foreign Relations and Trilateral Commission refer to as the New World Order process of convergence, the gradual melding together of the various regions and political economic systems of the world into a world government. Kissinger puts more specific flesh on the New World Order/convergence skeleton in a December 16, 2008 interview with PBS's Charlie Rose, explaining that crises, such as global terrorism, global economic upheaval, and global environmental deterioration will require moving beyond the nation-state and national sovereignty. Explicit appeals by high-powered New World Order advocates for world government are coming fast and furious. As we noted last month, a revealing piece by Gideon Rachman in the Financial Times of London seemed to be signaling that we can expect to see an avalanche of calls by globalist elites for world government to save us, as Kissinger puts it, from the terrifying abyss of economic and political turmoil that is supposedly insoluble under our current system of independent nation-states.